After that, it was
right?
artist management. Yeah.
And was DigDat the first artist that you managed?
Yeah, he was the first artist that I managed.
Okay. And how long were you managing him for?
Yeah. Maybe like 18 months.
Okay. The story is pretty well documented in general, so we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
really need to go into too much detail.
Yeah, yeah.
But within that 18 months, how much money was generated?
Oh, over a million, over $1 million. Over $1 million, over £1 million was generated in 18 months. Over $1 million.
And what would you say, was it just you two working quite closely, or was there anyone else within the team who was a core, like part of the core team?
No, it was just us two working closely, but there was people around.
Always is.
Always.
Yeah.
So it's always the whispers, isn't it? It just happens, isn't it?
So what would you say, looking at that 18 months, and £1 million is a lot of money to be generated for someone who had a bit of he had a bit of something before, but what it was before and after you was obviously very different.
No, see, with him, he was DigDat. He done 5 years in prison as well.
Okay.
He went to jail when he was 13.
Mad.
And he came out 18 and he got into music. So it's like...
And how much after that did you start working with him?
I was the first track that he ever released.
Okay.
From then, I did. Listen, music, there was no pressure on us to do what we needed to do. There's pressure on all the music artists now because they put pressure on themselves. But we just enjoyed it. I didn't know what drill music was. When his brother was saying, oh, he's a drill artist, I don't know what drill music was. It was DigDat used to educate me of like who's the hot artists on the scene. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I didn't know what drill was.
And what would you say was your major strength within that 18 months? What was it that you brought to the table that helped that helped you generate such a...
Infrastructure, investment, marketing.
Okay.
All he had to do is focus on his talent.
Got you.
That was it. Just focus on your talent, I'll do the rest.
And when you say infrastructure, break down infrastructure. In what way?
Infrastructure, making sure... So infrastructure was mapping out the tracks that he had, like just positioning them, looking at the tracks, which one's the strongest,
how to roll it out,
get the right features, when to do what, invest in the right things, just making sure that he had a good team around him, infrastructure in terms of how he looked, branding's key, and making sure that he had a good home, somewhere to sleep. It was patterned.
Yeah, because I think with creatives, as you said, all he had to do was make music. Sometimes that's all they're good at. And he might be good at other stuff, I don't know. But the point is...
He went through his own traumas, isn't it? He would never... I don't think he would speak about it. And unfortunately, he's not in a good position now. But I feel like with him, he went through a lot of mad traumas. Maybe as he gets older, he will speak about it one day. So, yeah, man.
Obviously, you guys parted how you parted.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest thing you learned from that 18-month experience? The one thing that you would hold on to, or the one thing that you would like...
Time. Time is everything. Okay. See, my time now, listen, my time is valuable. So time is everything. So I felt like, apart from everything, what I wasted, even though both parties parted ways, and I was very fortunate enough to document my stuff. I wasn't that guy behind the scenes because I parted ways. I'm in a great position because even though I lost it all, but I still had a brand that 100%. I could build from.
Yeah. So like, I guess financially, you didn't walk out with anything financially, but platform wise, reputation wise, you'd built a lot.
I built, and as time went on, a lot of people, like, see how people, a lot of people would be like, oh, you don't need him anyway. And then time goes on, you realize like, oh, actually, it's very important to have a good team. You know what I mean? And then that kind of same thing happened with other people, other person that I worked with. So what the answer to your question is time, because now I always have loads of people trying to get through to me or trying to reach out to me, and I weigh it up like my focus is on here, but these people are trying to shadow, like trying to get in the way of it, distract me. But it's my time. But I say, yeah, it makes sense for them to give me a proposal, but if it don't make sense for both parties, what's the point of doing it?
So then after that, you managed, I don't know if there was anyone in between, but you managed Little Man after that.
Yeah, I managed Little Man the same time I was managing DigDat.
Okay.
So it was similar, DigDat first.
And then towards the end of...
9 months later, waited for Little Man to come out and all of that, managed him and whatever.
I think even trying to manage Little Man was quite not a bold move, but different, because the UK music scene has been successful for quite a long time. People have been trying to manage artists. That's a thing, right? An entertainer, because I mean, what else would you call him apart from an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
For someone to try to manage an entertainer is definitely outside of the box.
No, 100.
Right? But it was definitely a good move.
Yeah, it was. Look, like I said, I think God, man. Do you know what I mean? All praise to Allah. Like, the reason why I say that, because things just fell into place, innit? And the impact that me and Little Man brought to the dwarf scene, 100%, little people. Like, forget about the banter and that, the impact. Listen, I have little people that follow me up to this day. They follow me, message me. I can't believe it. Do you know what I mean? It's like another world, but I can't believe it. So it made me just feel like, even like I worked on a few projects, like I managed the artist called Kadon, but in that song, I made Little Man and like 3 other dwarfs play like do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a storyline. But we was creating something. And I think like at that time that people started looking at, the culture started looking at dwarfs a little bit different because they've had Little Man.
100%.
So
definitely.
Yeah.
Even for me, like you come across dwarfs is the right word. Yeah. You come across dwarfs, but Little Man is he's different, man. He's different. But he is a real man. Like, and I enjoyed the boxing. I don't know if he's boxing now, but I watched every fight he's done. Yeah. And he's definitely like a star.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a star, man. He's a star, but unfortunately, I don't think he has the attitude, man. And if he's around the wrong people, yeah, man. Like he's a star, but he'll get, if we get him in America, get him over.
Do you still manage Little Man?
No, I don't manage Little Man. So obviously we split.
Yeah.
Same stuff happened, similar. Then we came back. We spoke about it on the podcast. And then obviously I moved to Dubai, man. I was done with everyone, to be honest, man. I just felt like I put 5.5 years of my life helping other people.
Money, time, effort.
Helping other people. And I felt like nearly everyone was just ungrateful. So that kind of affected me in a big way. So I gave myself a promise from January, December, that I was just going to work on my own branding. I flew my cameraman out here. He lives with me. Like, that's it. My cameraman, he lives with me. That's my guy. That's it. Me and my cameraman. So what I'm trying to say, no Diddy, but yeah.
Definitely.
But I had to thank him the other day, because I was saying, look, like, I go on my YouTube, I go type in my name, and I said, you've kind of given me a brand identity.
Definitely.
Like, now I have a brand identity, and I had to thank him, because it only took 5 months, but I'm now building a 100%. Brand identity.